That would be awesome. But anyway, happy Saturday night, Billy, Lee.
Howdy. Cheers. Hang on, I'm empty at the moment.
Lee looks
really
stationary.
It's hard not to stare
He's
at
back.
yourself. Your little picture in the screen instead of the camera.
When you look as good as you do, it's not surprising.
Well,
really.
it's the light. It is the light.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter.
Well, I can't see.
Hope you're getting lots of chocolates. Lee, what are you drinking?
Like Billy's not on my screen.
I see you and John. I don't see me like in the full screen.
You look lovely. Don't worry. Trust us. So this is going to be a massive trial and error. I think we might have bitten off a bit more than we can chew here, but we're learning as we go. So hopefully, give us a bit of patience. Well, yeah, slightly off kilter, but yeah. Hello, everybody. Fantastic. How's your week been, Leroy? What's been going on? Anything good?
Lee seems
Billy.
to have Lee seems to have some spotty internet.
I've been doing lots of.
Oh, he's just about to come back in. I was just about to. Okay. I think you might have some internet issues going on there. Billy, tell me about your week, Billy. What's been going on?
Well, I got outside for the first time yesterday in about 3 weeks.
Nice.
Went to a private backyard track and did something alone. That was fun. Got a sunburn like I've never been in the sun before.
Nice.
Which was pretty exciting. I guess my body had devolved from being inside all this time.
I can't believe that someone that lives in 50-degree heat can get sunburned. There's something.
Yeah, it's been honestly. I don't think I've been outside since August. Like truly been outside in the sun since August.
Was it day release? Is that how you got out?
We don't actually have a lockdown at all. It's just businesses are closed and there are guidelines that they say to follow, but you can basically come and go as you please. So, right. They barred any big gatherings like races and any kind of special events and that sort of thing, but people are still free to come and go as they please, for better or worse.
Yeah, time will tell. Let's see if our man Leroy's with us. So can you hear us now, Leroy? Now you've got a bit better internet going on.
Looks a lot better.
Or not.
Where are we live at right now? Is it YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube, I think. Yeah, it should be on YouTube.
I don't see. I mean, I'm just looking at the main.
Yep.
Did you share the link on Facebook?
Yeah. I can see some posts coming in. Mr. Payne, yo guys. Sean Berryman, evening fellas. Marquez Butler, hello guys. Mark Jacker. Must be all the dodgy internet sites he's been visiting. I can't make any comment on that.
Been locked up in the house a long time.
It's been a long time. It's definitely not going as smoothly as it looked like, Billy Boy, when we were looking in the week at everything, reading all the reviews and doing all that good stuff, doing the homework. It looked like it was going to be plain sailing.
I'm sure we'll work out all the bugs. Nobody successful didn't make mistakes.
100%.
To begin with. So,
Leroy, are you with us yet? No. It must be working because it says we've got a picture of 28 people on it, so I'm guessing we've got 28 people watching right now.
I'm I'm on the homepage for us on YouTube. I just wanted to turn it on and just to experience what everybody else is experiencing. He's getting there.
Let's see. No, not you, Siri. Nobby Lemon, hi guys. So someone's seeing something somewhere. and then there was 2. It's just me and you.
Oh, Leah's gone. Hi. Hello, everybody. We're going to work through this.
Wow. Never work with us, small children or animals, I would say.
Right.
I'm going to tick off that we've done. Oh, hang on. Leroy might be back. He's coming back. It says 3, 2, 1 on my screen. Let's hope we've got him.
There he is.
Leroy, are you with us? Nearly. Not nearly. There was
Hello.
2 people and one handsome man.
I hear him.
Oh,
I think
Oh.
I'm
he might be there.
I couldn't hear you before, and it says I wasn't live.
You're definitely
You're in now.
easier to hear now, for sure.
That's good.
I
Finally.
can hear a dog as well, which is also good.
Yeah.
Right.
They just set each other off for some reason. I don't know what. Hey.
Oh, look at that. We're getting there now. There's three people talking. Awesome. Leroy, how are you, buddy? How's your week been?
Hi. A lot less stressful than the last half an hour.
Yes.
Now that I'm in, yeah, a nice week. It's been nice weather. I've been doing lots of gardening. Yeah, that's all we can do.
Yes. Billy, you missed Billy telling us that he's been out doing some running today, the lucky sod.
I did hear a little bit of it. And
Yesterday.
we did speak earlier. I've already had a debrief with Billy.
Yeah.
So
it was amazing. It was an amazing day. The weather was perfect. Like, it couldn't have asked for anything more. Unfortunately, the sun still works just like it would if it were 100 degrees. And I was a little unprepared for my first escape back into the world.
it's lucky you can get out.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Well, lucky.
Lee and I haven't.
That's all about perspective, I guess.
So
At least we've got some
we're live, right?
dogs, Leroy, to play with.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're playing with each other at the moment. We could have puppies soon.
Uh-oh.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I've had to hold them together when they've been locked in and everything. It's quite weird.
Wow.
If you've ever been in that situation before.
There we are.
Only on some strange. Oh, look over there. Only on some strange video I saw when I was about 12, but we won't go into that because that's a different subject.
So
I've got a massive problem, and that is because it's taken me about 40 minutes to try and get this thing working. I've, in my desperation of this isn't working at all, I've nearly demolished my wine already. I haven't paced myself at all well in this.
Oh, that sounds pretty standard, to be honest, in my experience.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
what are you drinking, Billy?
Okay, so I made a list of some news items. We're going to move this one on. News items for us, Leroy. We've got a few things this week. First one, e-buggy update. We had all of the plastic parts back at the factory in Taiwan, and that's all had a test fitting and everything like that. So that's super awesome. Cheers, buddy. I'm hopeful that could get running next week back at the factory. So that's really good news that we've got all of the plastic parts back for checking from the molds, and so we're really super close with that car now. What do you think? It's going to be good.
The people are ready, without a doubt. I think everybody is. So we're all excited for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I mean, it sucks we're all stuck inside, but at least we've been able to get the car ready, so we haven't missed any races, without it. So
yeah, that's true.
When we are ready to go out, we'll be ready to, firing on all cylinders.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Excited for that car. If it's half as good as what the 319's turned out for us, it's going to be an absolutely incredible car. I'm very confident with that. So that's good stuff. We've got a couple of other few things coming online, haven't we? Your engine mount long retainer stiffener thing is done.
My long stiffy thing is
and
done.
on its way to us from Germany, so they should be available next week.
Yep. So yeah, they'll be out soon. It'll be out soon as soon as we can get. Well, it's been shipped, as far as I'm aware, so it should be here pretty soon.
Good.
I've got to pay the bill first, and then it gets shipped. But we're nearly there.
Okay. So it's down to you, is what you're saying.
I was hoping we were going to get. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll get it fixed. Don't worry. This for us, Billy, over here. I don't know how you think about this, but we've just had an announcement from our national federation to say that no racing until the end of June earliest now. And the 10th scale section, I think you might have heard last week, they've already cancelled all of our nationals. How's it faring over with you? What's the story?
As of now, nationals is still a go. They opened entries, they took entries, they sold out in like an hour. So as of this moment, they are still planning to have that race at its regularly scheduled time.
Which
that would be awesome. June, I think, the same as it was last year, June or July.
Right.
Which sounds unfortunately optimistic at the rate things are going. But you know, we can't. All we can do is wait and see at this point. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say. Everything else has been canceled. All of the. You know, I don't know how far out races over here have been canceled because we don't necessarily have. We don't have a singular organizing body like you guys do that can say, hey, all of these races are canceled, since they're all kind of individual promotions. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know the furthest one out that had been canceled that I'm aware of is Silver State, which was May. Beyond that, I haven't heard of anything, you know, further out than that. But there are a lot.
We might all have to come and race with you.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of if we can get anywhere, right? Like,
yeah, we won't be allowed in, John.
Yeah.
When I was driving,
what about the boat? We could paddle.
Yeah, I suppose you could. It was odd to see this when I was driving to the track yesterday. There were signs put up everywhere that said if you were coming from Louisiana, which is a neighboring state, that you weren't allowed to come out for personal reasons unless you quarantine for like 14 days. So, I mean, even interstate travel in your car has been kind of prohibited at this point. But Louisiana is a hot spot, so I think that might be an exception as opposed to the standard in terms of interstate travel. You know, New Orleans has apparently been hit pretty hard.
Yeah, not good stuff. What did you think, Leroy, with the announcement until the end of June for the BRCA? They can't really do anything different, I guess, can they?
Yeah, exactly. That was always going to happen. It's nice to see that they put in there in the email that they're going to help clubs and everyone should, you know, continue supporting their hobby shops and stuff. So it was nice that little personal touch was put in there, I thought. Yeah, there's nothing else you can do. No one knows when we're going to be out of this, and no one knows when we can go racing. And even when they let us out, who's saying that we're going to be allowed in groups over 50? So what they're going to do, have a 50-person race? You know, it's better off just taking it month by month and saying, right, we're not going to be racing until June. Now we're not going to be racing until July. And, you know, let's do it like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I do think, like we said last week, it's going to mean some pretty good club races, isn't it, towards the end of the year?
Oh yeah, club race champion.
Right. There are a lot of kind of backyard tracks over here. Like when I say backyard tracks, I mean like to the scale, Lee, that your 10 scale track was, like really legitimate backyard facilities. And I think those are going to see once small, like you say, like we'll do a similar thing, I think, where they open it up to gatherings of a smaller amount of people, and I think those places are really going to flourish.
Yeah.
Which is cool, you know, like to kind of get that grassroots thing going again.
Yeah. I almost feel like we didn't obviously need this, but having this opportunity with our racing season, I've always said we do too many national rounds. You know, if you do 10th scale and 8th scale competitively, you're doing 11 weekends in a year before you think about doing warm-ups and practices. Right. That's a lot. It's not a year, it's in the summer. You know, it's crammed between April and September, really. So that's a lot of weekends. gone. When you chuck in a Euros and maybe a Worlds, and 2 Euros if you're doing 10th and 8th. So doing club racing for me is impossible. So this might open it up and actually allow us to visit clubs that we don't normally go to, expose ourselves, show,
Easy.
yeah, go there and meet people we haven't met before and other customers and stuff. So it could actually be quite good fun year when it all calms down.
We
Right.
can keep our fingers crossed, can't
Yeah, fingers crossed, and fingers crossed everyone stays safe. I'm not trying to go off
Sure.
the fact that people are getting sick and stuff, but
Sure.
we have to think positively, and we're trying to do
Yeah,
a show here that people want to watch rather than talking about the news.
One good thing on that is my brother is out of hospital now and back home.
Oh, good.
Recovering. He's still on like another 4 days extra, but that's obviously been some really good news for the family in the week. It was looking a bit sketchy at one point.
That's good
So
to
that's
hear.
cool. What else is new your side, Billy? You got anything interesting to tell me? We're going to be millionaires this time next year. What's going on?
Yeah, we will be, won't we? I mean,
Yeah,
nothing.
if we
You
find
know,
an old
China
red
and
box.
1 million rupees or something.
I mean, the thing is, like for us, and I guess the same for you guys, life, since we all work from home, life hasn't changed that much, has it? Except that we don't travel as much. And I mean, it's almost been the same day to day for me. Like nothing, like I'm working on things in the background and trying to make things happen and doing the best we can to adapt to the situation we're in. But pretty much business as usual. Just kind of trying to find other creative outlets to pass the time, that sort of thing.
Getting some break
Yeah.
balls.
Right. No, they've apparently, I mean, massive. Wow. And I drove with them for the first time yesterday, and honestly, like just checking the brakes, just checking bias, I could feel a difference in just the way
You could feel my balls.
I could. Your balls were nice and firm, and they
Smooth.
really, yeah, they were smooth. Are they? Anyway. Yeah, they were great, and it turned into a thing that I didn't even think about, like which is how it should be once it's on the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I always say when my balls are on the car, don't think about it.
Right.
So-
No, they've been great.
Just-
I do have a
just
lot of
push the
questions.
stick.
If you want to, I don't know how many of these guys over here are watching this, but a lot of guys, and we spoke about this briefly, but a lot of guys are really concerned about which color is stiffer, and I just said put the ones on that you like the color of and go drive the car. But maybe you can offer some more insight into the the durometer of each one and why it might be better in whatever situation. Sorry, I didn't mean to make my tone sound like that I was belittling their concern.
Yeah, don't belittle my balls, man.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, so the black ones are slightly stiffer. We have said, you can run the black ones when the temperatures are hotter. You can run the red ones when it's a little cooler, or you're never really going to get cooler. So effectively, there's not much in it. It's about 5 Shore. Are you going to tell? Maybe not. Probably people just want to pick what color they like.
Right.
But there is a slight theory behind the different colors. Not just because it's branded to Nemo, but also it is slightly different Shore rating in the ball. So we said if it's really cold winter, you go to Padova and it's 1 degree, you might want to put the softer balls on so it's a bit more progressive. The hard ones might be a bit stiff. But
Sure.
as you're in, lovely Texas and it never gets cold, just pick the color you like.
Right. And I think driving style will have a lot to do with, like, in terms of, like, I for better or for worse, I mash the brakes. Like, I tap the brakes as opposed to holding it, like sort of like a self anti-lock braking system.
ABS, yeah.
And I probably doesn't matter to me or anybody else that brakes that way that they're ever even going to notice the difference, because for me it's either full on or full off. So take that into consideration also.
Yeah.
But they're great.
John, what's new over your end?
I was just interested in listening about your balls, really, and sharing all of those thoughts. Very good. What's new my end? Well, we've got one more thing. Now, I'm not massively sure that this is going to work very well. I've lost my faith in what I thought I spent half the week trying to sort this, and it was shot down in about 15 minutes of hell of actually trying to get this thing to work. So I don't know. Should we give our one more news item thing a go?
Well, we got 2 more news items.
Okay.
There's one's a news item. One's our big release, which we've been going on about for 2 weeks, which is what we're talking about now. And the other one's obviously a competition.
That is true. So the competition has got to go kudos to Billy, because he was trailblazing the way with that in the States. So play it in, Leroy. Tell us about the competition that we're going to have running in concurrency, if that's even a word, with Billy in the USA.
Yeah, so for those that haven't seen it, we are going to be doing a giveaway, a prize. So anyone that orders anything from the website, whether you order 28 kits or you order 1 pack of brake balls, you will get 1 entry into a prize draw to win a fully professionally built by myself Agama A319 Nitro buggy with a professionally painted body shell from Paintworks, Lee Talbot, of your choice of colours, and that will come to you. You get 1 entry per order. If you order 58 times this in the next week, you get 58 tickets into the entry. If you order once, you get 1 ticket into the entry. End of the month, we do a big spinny wheel thing with your name in on your ticket number, and whoever wins gets a lovely Agama kit built by myself and a fully professionally painted body shell by Paintworks.
That's awesome. Now you're gonna make me have to go get a body painted by
Just
somebody.
do a one canner. Painted by Billy.
Paint by Billy.
I used to.
Can you
paint,
draw a huge? No, I can't say that.
And quit for good reason.
Yeah. I'm going to try something. This is the prelude to our next update, or our next thing.
Our big
I'm going to
release.
see if this works. This is going to give me a chance to show what the lucky winner of said competition can get.
Oh.
So they are some lovely
awesome.
bodies there by our man Lee Talbot at Paintworks. 2 fresh Nemo Racing colour scheme ones that he's done for us.
Can anyone see them?
Fingers crossed. Has that worked? Has that come up?
I've got a grey box. Looks like Billy's painted it.
You need to see somebody about that, buddy.
I see it.
I've got my YouTube thing up here though, so I'm just checking across just to.
It's jazzy. That guy has got some skills.
Good. Oh yeah, it works over there.
And like you said, Leroy, you can enter. The more times you buy something during the month, then the more tickets you get into the draw. And we'll do a live draw out of a hat or whatever everybody thinks is the best way to do. I mean, the idea is just to give you guys a bit of incentive to come and spend a couple of quid with us. Try and keep us going over this period of time where there's no races. It's so weird. This is our 10th anniversary of Nemo, and like Leroy, we are out every single weekend, and it feels so weird to be sat every weekend.
I don't know what day it is.
Doing nothing.
I don't know what day it is because there's
it's qualifying day at DXR, man.
It is qualifying. No, it's not. It is shell suit and wig day at DXR. If we were there right now, there would be somebody in a shell suit in the Nemo team running around like a lunatic.
Did you see my phone mock me earlier? Did you see it on the page?
I did see it mock you. So I told you the traffic was light and it'd take you 2 hours.
Yeah, so for anyone watching, I basically got in my car earlier and it connected to my phone and it come up.
Oh, yeah.
2 hours and 18 minutes to Harper Adams University. And I was like, yeah, thanks very much, phone.
What a kick.
There.
Balls.
Yeah. Nightmare. So, yeah, lovely body shell.
It's not good. You should be here, Billy, actually. Think about it. Holy shit.
Yeah, I would. We would all be there. We would be doing this live from the same room with one phone, and this would be easy.
Wow, that sounds really dirty.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had half the issues.
It's all about your.
So shall I endeavour, Leroy, to give this the big news item? I'm going to try something. If it doesn't
try the
work,
big reveal, but I'm going to do this.
I tried. So one by one, it will disappear off the screen. You're going to come back. One.
Number 1, our drivers are ready. Quarter marshals are ready. Good luck, drivers. We're going racing on the sound of the tone.
Try and get everybody back.
Hello.
Did it work or not?
Oh, I'm just watching it now. It's it's working. I'm just watching it. It's a delay over there.
Talking to each other in the background, aren't we?
John, why is there two of you on my screen?
That is not something you want. There we go. Let's see. I'm stuck in full on strange expression. Hello.
How are we doing? So it looked like it worked.
Did it work? Did it work?
Yeah,
I hope so.
I watched it over there. Everyone's starting
Only
to
thing
say,
that-
yes now.
It's 4:20 on a Tuesday afternoon.
I saw part of it. It's the delay was so confusing.
I can see
tried to
myself
watch
on
it.
there, but I can't hear you on there, or can't see Billy either.
You guys have switched places.
Strange.
John is now on the right and Lee is on the left.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? No,
I'm going to go off and come back in because I can't hear anything.
I don't hear John anymore. Lee, can you hear me? John? There's two of John. Are we there?
I can hear you, Billy.
I can hear you.
There's
Oh,
still
please,
two Johns.
please tell me John isn't lost audio again.
Hi there. What is going on?
Gosh, we can't hear John again. This is awful.
It's gonna go. Just keep drinking, pal. So that was our big news, Billy. What do you think?
So, I mean, did the video say clearly what was going on?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone's talking about it on the comments.
That's awesome. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You know, I did it. I actually did this. I did a similar thing. 2 years ago, I moved the whole operation out to the track at the skate park, and I shipped orders from there every single day. And the weather just did not cooperate with it at all. And so, basically, I drove out there every day to pack orders and drove home and never got to run the track or anything because it was always wet.
Oh,
Yeah.
why is it raining for?
Why? It's a good question. You know, it's rained this year. It has rained. We've had like twice as much rain as normal since the beginning of the year. It's just been non-stop because I mentioned doing something outside, I think, is what it was. Did I hear John?
No.
No.
Why has he got? He's got two screens on my one.
Yeah, he does on mine too. It's like he's live since he rolled that video in. He's live from both.
Yeah, it's
from
like
both input
try and
accounts.
remove the video or whatever you know over there somewhere. It's gone, is it? Can you do sign language?
No.
If me and Billy just talk,
I
you
knew
can be
something
like,
inappropriate was coming.
you can be like the woman in the BBC thing that's in the corner going like this. So yeah, people are asking for a bit more info on the raceway. So yes, so we have a Nemo Raceway now. We've been working hard on it. We didn't want to say too much until we had everything in place. Hopefully we get the keys on Monday, maybe Tuesday. It's outdoor. It's going to initially start as an 8-scale track, dirt 8-scale track, oiled surface, and then it's going to progress in. Hopefully, we'll get a 10 scale track up there at the same time, or a bit later down the road, and then we're going to hold some big races. We'll do it properly, Nemo style. We'll have permanent pit areas. We'll have nice facilities. We'll have nice toilets. We'll have we'll have it all sorted, Nemo style. We don't mess about.
Gosh, I can't wait. I can only imagine. I mean, you guys all see how we do it. You see how we operate at the track, the things that we bring, the support that we offer. Just imagine that in that kind of facility done up the same way, and it's going to be good. It'll be really good. I'm jealous. I wish I were there.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited. It's going to be open every day. It's not going to be a track just for us. It's going to be a track for everyone. Everyone come play with your toy cars. That's what we need it to be about. And obviously we'll have product there as well. We'll have probably, let's see if John does a nod or a shake. We'll probably set up like a container with some shop stuff and everyday running products. And my wife was talking about maybe we could do a Dropbox type thing. So even if we're not there, if you order something, we can leave it in a Dropbox and you can just go and open it up like an Amazon thing. Trying to do the best we can, as always.
Did the video say where the track was? I mean, give like did it give the location? Did I miss that?
No location. Just said coming soon. It is in the Oxfordshire. It's near Banbury, near where John and Nemo are. It's right off a big motorway. So you could land at Heathrow, Billy, and it's about 45 minutes up the road. Perfect. Maybe an hour.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which you guys all live about that far from the airport anyway, don't you?
Yeah, we're 45 minutes an hour from the airport. It's about, the track's about an hour for me. I mean, it's like a triangle to the airport. It's
okay.
Heathrow, track, me.
Right on.
So
you're going to have to put the caravan out there.
I sold it.
Oh, well, you're going to have to get one.
Well, no, I've got this friend who actually can't talk right now, who's got a nice motorhome.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, there'll be facilities, huh? Sure.
I mean, why use your own stuff when someone else has nicer things?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
And he can't even say no. So yeah, we're super excited. So how's Ryan getting on over there, and talk us through some Nemo Racing USA stuff?
He's doing all right. We speak every couple of days. They had some big storm blow through the other day, and a trampoline blew up onto his roof and stuck a big hole in the roof.
Hi, John. The man who can't talk. Is it just me now?
Just living. I can't imagine what it's like for you guys with kids to be living at the house and trying to keep
John, play the video again.
3, 2, 1, 4
Let's see if that
kids entertained. So basically, that's kind of the most of what's been.
We are set to go here. This is main number 1. Our drivers are ready. Quarter marshals are ready. Good luck, drivers. We're going racing on the sound of the tone.
See what he does when he puts a car together and that sort of thing. And that's basically going to be
on the video.
I mean, that's going to be April, isn't it? Unfortunately, we can't. I'd kind of thought at a point we would be able to get together and meet at a track, maybe halfway between here and there, and do some testing and that sort of thing. But it's just everything is so unpredictable right now.
Billy's
in terms
still
of
the actual YouTube
who's locked
thing.
down, who's not locked down. Like if we can get away and do that. So all those kind of plans are on hold for the moment.
To our man,
but
Paul,
as soon as we can get back out there, we're going to hit it heavy and get the things going again.
So hopefully we'll get sound on
get back to winning.
It's a pretty exciting video. We'll post up all the videos and stuff on our Facebook pages and Instagram and all that.
Because now it's just me. Excited. Hello, everybody. Here, it's just this all. It's all right here. It's like, I think John is trying to reboot his system so we can try to get some audio back.
Anyone?
Hey, there he is. We can hear him too.
My God.
Oh,
How are we doing? I feel like I've been an outsider. What's been going on?
a tremendous weight has been lifted off of my shoulders.
We've got Leroy as well. Are you working?
I'm working.
Oh my God.
Liz come downstairs and said, "You're talking over Billy." I'm like, "Billy's not even on my screen."
Oh, now I'm in the middle. So, well, that's good. We won't push any more buttons. That worked absolutely flawlessly. Just how I'd hoped all week long that was going to work like that. I'm very happy with the delivery.
Oh man,
it's very Nemo-esque, that.
How do these like F1 companies and stuff do?
We have to break a few eggs, don't we, before we make an omelet?
Well, do you know what, boys? At least we're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
This is something new for sure. We can all set a phone on ourselves and talk to it alone, but this I think this is a better thing, you know, have somebody different on every week and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It's cool technology, it's new, you know.
It is new.
Yeah, I mean, we went from Instagram Live. We said we wanted to add more people in, and we've tried it, and it's been
my wife says that I'm going to laugh when I watch this back.
Yeah.
So, is that just because you look funny?
Can't wait. Yeah, I regret her having the link.
Billy,
she can make fun of me.
Show us around Nemo USA's trailer back there.
He's not got any pants on.
That's okay.
Okay.
We don't need to look at him. Is he not even listening?
I don't hear Lee anymore.
Oh no, we were asking to look at your pants. I think it's what Lee was asking for.
Oh no, I get up and get dressed every single day, just like everything is normal. I get up, I take a shower, I come out and go to work. Everything is, my routine has not changed a bit. Yeah.
Good. Leroy wanted you to give us a quick tour of the wagon.
Oh man, let's see if we can do this. It's not really in a state for this sort of thing, so you'll have to let me get some of the good.
Shall I look the other way? Is that what you're saying?
No, you'll be all right. So here's all the product. The counter's a little messy. You know, we had quite a few orders go out the other day. So, and then what's
going on in the living part? Is there anybody alive in there? Have you got Carol Baskin in there or anyone like that?
No, we can go in here. This is home away from home. It's like towing a spare room with me. When I go on the road, there's actually 2 bunks. There's 2 bunks here with knife hand. There's a wall here, and then I sleep there, and then this is Ryan's bunk. And then we can, if we need to, we can let another person crash here for a day. You know, we aren't really
set up. That's you and me, Leroy.
Yep.
We aren't really set up to carry a bunch of people in here, but for 2 guys going to the races and having all of the parts support, you know, it's pretty hard to beat. Yeah, it's been like staying at the track has been kind of a game changer where you're not always scrambling to get your things put away so you can get to the hotel and then wake up an hour early and drive 30 minutes to the track that's in the middle of nowhere before the race. It's really been, it's the only way to do it, you know, and then having all of this with us at the track and for everybody else who needs it is just, you know, tough to beat that sort of thing for us and for the guys that race with us and run our stuff.
You bring a tear to my eye, Billy.
What's that? Oh,
you bring a tear to my eye.
A tear to your eye, yeah. Yeah.
The start of Nemo was to try and give a bit of support back for a hobby that had been super cool for me for a long time. And I know, you know, you feel the same and Leroy's the same. I think Leroy can't hear you, but I think he can hear me.
No, I can't hear him either, Billy. So there's definitely...
You can hear Billy.
I can hear Billy, you just can't hear me.
But I see all 3 of us on the live feed.
I'm just trying not to talk over him.
So my apologies for talking over Lee, if I do.
Wow, this has been a challenging live.
It has.
What else have we got? What else have we got on here? Did we have any audience questions come up down the side?
Thanks for talking over Lee, if I do.
Billy's watching it back.
Wow, this has been a challenging live.
It has.
What else have we got? What else have we got on here? I'm just looking down the side to see, because people, anyone that's commented down the side. Come up down the side.
Thanks for talking over Lee, if I do. My wife is on here. She says Billy sleeps in pants.
Really? You see, I don't want to reference it too many times, but being a Texan man and living near the Tiger King, you really should not be sleeping in pants.
Billy, have you been to the... Oh, he can't hear me, can he? Has he been to GW Ranch or whatever it is? Has he been to Tiger
I was
King?
just trying to hear Lee.
Okay, so this is a serious question for you, Billy. Lee needs to know whether you actually went to the Tiger King's ranch. How far away from you was that? Did you ever work there?
It's
touch
near.
your bottom?
It is right near a track up that way in Ardmore, a few miles from a track that we used to go to, and the new zoo that the Joe guy and the other guy are building is about 80 miles north of me. So
it's close.
Yeah, apparently the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, used to own or run a pet store in North Texas, which is where we live, like literally in this area.
We're going.
Yeah, apparently
yeah, exactly.
he used to be quite...
Company outing.
There you go. As soon as they let you guys fly over here, we'll go.
Yeah.
Of course, the only zoo that you see Joe Exotic in is the county zoo. And they've moved him to a prison here.
Yeah, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, yeah, a few minutes from here.
I know.
Pen pal.
Billy hasn't told you, John. But
Sure.
Billy's actually his sixth husband.
Yeah. Pants, you guys, sorry, trousers.
Yeah, exactly.
Trousers. Oh my gosh, I already had this with Leon. Trousers. And in the United States, we call pants trousers, and you guys call pants underwear. Sorry.
That's it. Now you're with me.
It's like there's an ocean between us.
It's like we made language and you messed it up.
Was there any more questions down the side that anyone's seen that I have not?
When do you suspect that you guys will be? Gosh, you don't have to explain to me the amount of work that goes into putting a facility like that together, but I see one question here. When somebody is expecting that you guys might be open.
So we would hope by the time that we can all get out and race. That's the time scale. I'm hoping if we do another one of these next Saturday, if people want to watch this failure, we hope to have some sort of broken ground on it. So fingers crossed, we'll have our boy Davy Boy the Savoy on his digger doing his thing, because he's pretty good on one of those. So yeah, to answer your question, hopefully by the time that we can get back out and race, but it's just quite difficult because with house arrest as such, it's hard to get out and do the work.
Sure.
So it's kind of screwed with our timescale a little bit, but we're trying to work around that a bit.
Right. Another question. Somebody is asking about 319 Truggy. I know we've briefly talked about some plans for the truck. I would suspect that a full brand new truck is a little ways off.
Yes.
There might possibly be some type of update for the current truck. We have talked about that. The current truck is very good, but we're always trying to bring cohesion to the cars that we have. So I think there might be something in the works to sort of bring the 215T up into the same realm as the 319 cars. So let's get the e-buggy out and get everybody happy with that, and then we'll focus on the truck next, and maybe even hopefully get an electric kit possibly out versus a conversion. We definitely have plans for all of that stuff. We're just taking it one project at a time right now.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the 215T has been an absolutely incredible platform. If that was a class that was widely raced everywhere in the world, I think we'd have won even more things. It's a fantastic truck.
We've certainly won our share of
Yeah.
races against some heavy hitters with it.
with
it.
one pony.
Yeah,
So-
right. Just two old guys.
Yeah.
Guys going to the track, taking on the juggernauts.
That was my favourite takeaway. That expression from the Raw Nationals when we were kicking it up with Ryan and yourself, and looking like we could have won that, and it was just two old guys doing their thing against a massive barrage of young guys, big teams, all the rest of it. And I think that for me,
And
that's a proud moment. That one.
I just watched those races back, and the guys that
Did we still run out of fuel when you watched it back?
no, fortunately we were so far behind when those pit stops happened. They weren't focused on us at all, so that was good. When we were in the hunt, everything went right, which I guess is how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Tony Truman, Leroy, that is a name that's nice to see down the side. He's got some questions or thoughts. Smaller fuel tanks, shorter races, there are more fuel stops for bigger events to make it more spectator friendly. What do you think?
I like the idea of shorter races, but
10th
I don't
scale.
know, kind of
Excuse me.
the RCGP schedule. The RCGP schedule was kind of cool. Whereas on the Saturday they had like short sprint races, like 3-leg short sprint races, and then on the Sunday they had like a long main. It's a bit like motocross, isn't it? I think. That could be pretty cool, but I don't know about smaller tanks. Maybe that's what the problem is doing 5-minute qualifiers. If you're looking at like 8-scale on road and they're struggling to make 5-minute run time, it's ridiculous because you're running out of fuel on qualifying runs, which is pointless. Yeah, but maybe like 6-7 minute tanks would be kind of cool. 100cc or whatever. Billy's trying to listen to me. Look.
Well, I think have you got some volume on somewhere?
Yeah, he's listening to me on his laptop.
Just trying to hear Lee.
Oh, of course. Yes. That's true. I forgot about that part of the failure. What other questions? Anything else?
I've got one more thing.
Okay. What's your thing?
Back to Tony Truman. When our track's ready, he's coming to commentate for big races. Just saying.
I'd already thought the same thing. I wondered how much it was going to cost us, but it'll be worth it, whatever it is, because he's very, very good at the commentary.
Well, don't say that. Don't get,
He's absolutely shit. And
no,
his
I mean,
going rate is much
he's
smaller.
really good. Don't say whatever it's going to cost us, though. He's not Murray Walker.
No, he's not Murray Walker. I hope he's still going. Is he still going, Murray Walker?
As far as I know, yeah.
Good. That's good.
So, yeah, I guess as it's all gone a bit quiet, we can kind of wrap it up about there somewhere.
Yes. Jaguar Boy 6, last comment, which is going to be one that you don't want. Any update on the new four-wheel drive release?
So what kind of updates do you want, Jaguar Boy 6? Because I have information. Some of it you'll like, some of it you will not.
I think we should have all of that information.
Right. So I spoke to Shin this week. So the idea was it still be released in April, but unfortunately at the moment, I don't think Japan's allowed to ship anything outside of Japan. So it's looking more like May when they can allow companies to ship to us, basically. The cool thing is, though, that it's 80% new, which is pretty cool. 80% new parts. So it looks pretty similar, but if you actually, delve into the car, there's a lot of changes. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. 80% new parts, going to have new arms, towers, chassis, driveline changes. We've got new shocks coming. Well, new shock internals, should I say. We've got a host of other little changes here and there. So, going to be pretty cool.
Good. I'd love it to. I'd love it to arrive.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost
been
ready.
hearing-
It's just obviously we're now controlled by being allowed to send stuff or not.
Which is very true. Tony, I can bike there, so that's good. So at least we won't have to cover his fuel cost.
Or hotels, because you can buy.
Or hotels, yeah, exactly. Lee, when is the next time you will be in the US for any racing?
I don't know. We were trying to go and do we were going to organise a Nemo GP in the States, weren't we? But
We were. Yeah.
We were going to try and do it at Thornhill. Billy was going to be our man. He can't hear me because it's brilliant. So Billy was going to be our man to sort this out. And we were going to do one towards the end of the year, and obviously now that's not going to happen. So it would have been that. Now I guess re-race possibly is the next time that I'll be there. So January. I mean, we'd love to go. Obviously we can't at the moment, but yeah.
Maybe, I mean, it's so, like you say, it's so fluid, isn't it? But maybe if we can get out there for the Raw Nats, we might go and support Ryan and Billy and anybody else that's over there with our gear, with the thing, fingers crossed. But so we have to wait and see on that one.
We need a race. We need a race where you guys can come out and actually race, and we can all just kind of have a good time. Especially after all this. To me, that's more important. Like let's pick something that everybody comes over and we just race.
I'd love to go and do a race in Florida again. I haven't raced in Florida since 2008, I think, and I just love the dirt out there. I think it's awesome. So I'd love to go and do something there. Tell Billy what I said.
So, Chinese Whispers, Lee said, put your hat on straight.
It is straight.
No, he said, yeah, we're going to come over to you. I was listening, but I was also trying to read the comments as well.
A race in Florida. I'd love to do a race in Florida.
A race in Florida. We'd like to do a race in Florida, Lee says.
A race in Florida.
Or Texas. I mean, I'd love to go to Texas too.
I mean, we can make that work. It's not that far of a drive for me.
To be fair, now I've thought about it.
About 1,000, 1,100 mile. Well, unless you get down there to Mills Pond, which I think is toward Miami. That's pretty far.
Okay, well, let's do a race in Texas. Obviously,
we'll find something.
It's Nemo racing.
Which honestly should be an indoor race.
Texas. We should do Texas.
It needs to be an indoor race, like a Thornhill race for sure.
We need to do Texas. I want to do Thornhill. I'd like to do Circuit of Americas, and I'd like to do
go race go-kart again.
A zoo where we could.
With the we said we were going to try and organise this trip to America where people can come along and pay to come along, and we'll do the whole thing. Maybe that could be our place to go. We'll organise a race, or we'll do it coinciding with a race at Thornhill. We'll do a few more tracks out there. We'll do Circuit of Americas, maybe even when there's a race on there, and people can come along. And lots of people were quite keen on that idea, so we could make that work.
Definitely, 100%. Leroy, a couple quick more questions before we do one, because we've been going for a while now. Marquez would like to know any more hop-up parts coming from Agama's suspension-wise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, we've been working on some suspension stuff. We're going to test some more stuff I've got coming as soon as John pays for these braces. There's also some more prototype parts coming with that. Also, Billy's been testing a few things in the States we've been talking about. So, yes, I'm working on it. Obviously, we're just stuck inside, so I can't really do much, but we are definitely working on it.
That's a continual thing, eh? We're always trying to find more.
Yeah, and trust me, guys, when we do have a bit of time, my ideas far outweigh how much time we have. So don't worry about developments. They're going to come strong and fast.
Yeah. So does my order count towards Thursday? On Thursday count? Yes, I've answered that for Nobby. Anyone that's ordered something in April already goes into the draw to win a 319 built by Sir Leroy. Adrian Eaton. Adrian, awesome to see you online, buddy. Hope you're getting well. Adrian had some fairly big operations and stuff in the last weeks. So super cool. We miss you, man. Get well soon. I'm sure I spotted some photo. Yeah. There's some rear hubs coming very, very soon. Lee's got a updated rear alloy optional hub for the 319 coming.
Does Beta make any clay compound tires?
Was that out loud? We've tried for an amount of time to get a good clay compound, and we still are trying very hard. We've got some fantastic compounds in the Beta range for particular weathers, temperatures, etc. And we are trying really hard to find a clay one that works to a level that we're happy with. Is that okay?
Yeah, that was good. I mean, we can't. The problem is we have no clay tracks in the UK, so it's very difficult to test. You can kind of guess at it, but
The proto is Lee talking?
Yes.
I was, but you can go, Billy.
You go, Billy.
The proto alloy hubs that anybody saw on Ryan's car, they were unanodized silver. Those were just the part we have now, 24710, that had one of the legs, the upper legs, cut off. That's all it was. That's an existing part that's for sale now. So we generally, we kind of pride ourselves on. I mean, I get like you have to test new things and make sure they work in race environments, but there's nothing on any of the cars that we run at races that you can't buy. We generally don't run secret parts, prototype parts, that sort of thing. Like, we race what you get out of the box or what you can buy off of the wall. Like I get a lot of it. I get a lot of that with Ryan's truck. Like, oh, like I'm sure it's some special prototype thing. No, it is literally the kit built out of the box with parts that you can buy off of our wall to make it work. And that's we kind of pride ourselves on being one of the few brands that sort of like tries to keep it that way, because we don't want to put one over on anybody else thinking that we're having secret parts that you can't use.
Yeah, that's massive for me, that, Billy. From the very beginning, I've banged that drum. Nothing to be run at any race that people can't buy, because it's important.
It's the way that it should. It's absolutely the way that it should be.
Yeah, cool. That's good to hear. Leroy, any final thoughts? 58 minutes of us torturing everybody. It must be time to go.
It's time. No final thoughts from me, really.
What do we think to this platform? I mean, like, when it works like now, it's fantastic, but it was kicked our ass tonight, to be fair. So,
well, it's not working like now, is it?
We can.
That's true.
Okay,
Lee said he loved. What do you think, Billy? Tell me what you think. What should we do?
No, I think it's great. I think if we can, maybe do a little bit of not live testing and get it sorted out for next time. Maybe we'll do a pre-show and get it worked out and work out all the issues. And I guess, I mean, it's cool to be able to roll videos in, because that's just a really cool thing that we can do.
Yeah,
and everything. Once we got going, everything was perfect. Until then, we just need to work out those little bugs. I think it's cool, and we can have multiple guests. So yeah, I think it's a really cool platform.
And like, I think if we prep everybody to make sure they know sign language before they come on as a guest, then we've got everything covered. Exactly.
Right. There you go.
We're going to learn that.
Yeah.
No discrimination on Nemo. Cool. Let's do it. Let's go. I love you both. Hope you have a good week.
Thank you. It's good to catch up with you guys. We'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Thanks for dealing with us.
See you soon.
Bye.
Remember to subscribe.
Yep, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button.
Hit the like button. Come on, Leroy, take it out. Come on.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. Nemo Racing TV. Please subscribe. Show us some love, and we love you back.
Adios.
Ciao.